Back in 2019, the world became aware that the elite and many famous celebrities were involved in some sort of child trafficking ring. It was discovered that one ultra-rich man has set up an illegal organization. He would offer young girls to powerful men in the safety and privacy of his private island. Many powerful figures like politicians, royal family members, businessmen, and even A-list celebrity were accused of allegedly being involved. When Jeffrey Epstein was arrested and was going to face trial for this criminal trafficking operation, he would be found dead in his jail cell, taking with him many of the crimes he committed and conveniently protecting those who were involved. To this day, we don't know who was a part of the organization and who all the victims were, as the government has been giving the public the runaround in order to protect the powerful men and women who were involved. The victims that did come forward seem to be holding back what they experienced, maybe out of fear, or maybe because they're being silenced, leaving the world clueless on what actually took place between the elite and Epstein. But now, all of a sudden, a woman has come forward claiming she is directly involved in the Epstein cult. She not only claims she was a victim, but claims to be the secret twin sister of Shia LaBeouf and related to the Jeffrey family. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the accusations made by the alleged secret twin sister of actor Shia LaBeouf. Let's get right into it. It has been way too long now that the public has been demanding transparency in the Epstein situation. While they claimed Epstein is dead and expected us just to forget about his crimes, the public is still demanding the names of his accomplices who not only enabled his behavior, but participated in those disturbing crimes. We want to know who they are to hold them accountable. While many high-profile names have been brought up, with one victim literally accusing a royal family member, nothing has come from it. No one really besides Maxwell was convicted, even though it has been confirmed everyone from past presidents to athletes, movie stars, and even a prince was somehow involved. Still, those in power are doing their best to make us forget all about this. They want us to stop caring. Every time people remember and start asking questions again, they claim they would release the names, but then give us some nonsense list. A list that we all know isn't the real official list. That list is never coming out. Because why would they expose themselves? Who do you think owns the media? Since the government, let alone the media, isn't being transparent with the world about what really happened with the Epstein cabal, the public has been waiting for some whistleblower or a victim to come out and expose the truth about what's really going on. The world might have finally got what they were hoping for, as a woman is now claiming to be a victim and a relative of Epstein. She has recently come out on social media making some explosive claims. Anya Epstein has been recently gaining an online following after she uploaded an extremely strange video on TikTok. In the video, she made some wild, alarming claims that caught everyone's attention. She claimed that she was not only somehow related to Epstein, but that she was also the twin sister of actor Shia LaBeouf. In this video, she could be seen holding up one hand while looking straight into the camera with a serious face. She told the world that she is the secret twin sister of Shia and that they were separated at birth in some sort of satanic ritual. She also claimed that she would be exposing the truth about the Epstein cult, as she herself was a victim of it.
My name is Anya, or Anna Wick, formerly Anna Petrova, formerly Owen Theodore Epstein, born Anya Beth Epstein on June 4th, 1988 in Boulder, Colorado, with my twin brother, Shia LaBeouf, to our father, Stephen Bruce Epstein, and our mother, Shayna Sadie LaBeouf, who separated us, forging our birth certificates as part of a ritualized, highly organized, generationally planned child cult that initiates 3-year-olds and deifies incest and inbreeding. I have not been in danger, just been incredibly anxious. However, the world deserves for the truth to belong to the public. This is for accountability. If for any reason I fail to appear on my interviews this weekend, you are more than welcome and encouraged to upload everything from your accounts. Thank you.
She made some explosive allegations. Not long after this video went viral, it was taken down. According to Anya, she didn't take it down herself. It was TikTok that did it.
First things first, I did not take that video down. TikTok did. Secondly, I'm fine. And I understand that because you know I'm telling the truth, it's going to be very difficult to convince you that I'm safe. But I realized this the other day. Because my claims are true, no one's going to hurt me. It would only bring attention to what I've been saying, which they don't want to happen. Further, despite the fact that I brought a war about the children, most of my family just loves me and wants me to be okay. I have been exhausted and stressed. I've had my heart issues flare up. I spent 4 hours napping at my friend's house the other day after puking 3 times in the street. Sober. I've just been staying in my shelter in Brooklyn and working in Manhattan. This has taken a toll on my body and my health, but no one in my family wants to hurt me. I don't know what I can say to convince you of that, but I am very sorry for letting my anxiety let me think I was ever unsafe. Taking those jokes from my brother seriously. It's not fair to you. It's not, but like, I'm fine. I'm safe. I promise.
Anya is saying a lot and getting tons of attention quickly, but the only problem I see with this is the lack of proof to back up her statements. I myself tried to confirm her claims, but sadly had no luck. What I did find was that she and Shia, according to Wikipedia, weren't born on the same day. But according to her, they forged their birth records when they separated them, so that could explain why. Other than that, I found a few things suspicious, like the fact that she exposed her family in the first video and basically claimed they could harm her for what she was revealing. But then she came out and apologized to her family and claimed that they would never harm her. That just didn't make any sense to me. She then also put up a GoFundMe in her social media bio, which could indicate this being some sort of elaborate hoax to make money. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe her, as both could be true. She could be a victim of Epstein and want to make money from telling her story. We have already seen that scenario time and time again. Same thing that's happening with Cassie and Diddy right now. Yes, Cassie was definitely a victim of Diddy, but she was only a victim because she wanted success in the music industry. When Diddy picked her and she saw what it would cost her to dance with the devil, she accepted the offer, even though it cost her her soul. But because she chose it, it doesn't mean that she can't be a victim, or if she decides to profit from her trauma. Anya, in my opinion, could be telling the truth, but she could also be lying. I don't know why she would lie about being Shia LaBeouf's twin, as Shia LaBeouf isn't even a relevant figure right now. She could have chosen anyone to lie about being her brother, but she chose Shia, which is interesting to me. Now, it wouldn't be the right thing to brush her story off because it sounds crazy. Anything could happen when it comes to these powerful elite. Now, in another one of her videos, she claimed that she was a victim of her uncle Jeffrey Epstein and another man, claiming that she was sedated and then R-worded by Jeffrey and the others. She then goes on to claim that this is what Diddy has been doing to the younger celebrities in Hollywood. She stated that she believes Justin is one of those Diddy victims.
Name is Anna, or Anya Wick. Changed from Anna Petrova when I was briefly married. Changed from Owen Theodore Epstein when I transitioned back to female. Changed from my birth name, Anya Beth Epstein, when I transitioned from female to male. I'll come back to that later. I want to talk about Justin, Diddy, and Blink Twice, as some conversations I've been seeing relate to my personal experiences. These are experiences I've been wanting to speak on for a while now, and I've been pretty terrified of retaliation like my uncle faced, or repercussions of general disbelief, but it doesn't matter. When I spoke to the FBI a couple of years ago, they interviewed my perpetrators, who, of course, denied their actions, and the case was dropped. I'm tired of it weighing on me. It's had me sick, and these conversations are happening right now. So, I believe that Justin was passed around, that it's perfectly normal in the industry. I believe Diddy's guilty, and that he is maybe being a scapegoat of sorts to keep attention away from the bigger picture. And I think that Blink Twice is a metaphor for trafficking that is actually aided by LSD. I know they did MDMA in the film, but like the perfume that makes people forget, venom that helps him remember. It's all very parallel to the effects that LSD alone had on me while I was growing up getting passed around at orgies as a slave. I had amnesia, like a split mind for the majority of my life. That was the point of the acid. Everything that I experienced on it was blocked out completely. And I only remembered the circumstances I was trapped in when the drug had already kicked in. So what happened is my family would dose me and me with their friends and relatives. Always, by the time I was high, it was impossible for me to run. And by the time the drug wore off, I would have forgotten everything. Now, this started in infancy and slowed down and finally stopped when I began taking testosterone in 2015. I had to de-sex myself. My memories began resurfacing and finally sticking in 2020, at which point my healing started to begin. Sometimes it was just my father. Usually it was both my parents and my brothers at an isolated cabin they had purchased. Often it was with the extended family we had in town. And sometimes it was at these massive parties on vacation. I would be told we were going to a family reunion or one of my father's work functions. They would give me something special to drink. I'd get ogled by a bunch of old men, sometimes introduced to various people as my siblings. I would initially enjoy myself, kind of. And then I recognized the effects on my body that were so familiar. Memories would start to come back, and the horror set in before I'd usually be mostly unconscious for these assaults and not come to until we had left the affair or just the morning after packing up. Why do I bring Hollywood into this? I remember best at Aspen in late spring of 2007. I was introduced to Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, Larry David as my uncles before the assaults began. When I came to, rope bound in a hotel room at the lodge, Larry was still orally me. My mother apologized to him, told him he had to stop. He complimented her for how well she trained me. I couldn't move or scream, and she mocked me for trying. There are several other people I've met throughout my life, but that is the event I remember most clearly, which takes me back to Justin and Blink Twice and gossip about this happening in Hollywood. It is my wish for the public to become aware of what has been happening right in front of their faces, and for children today to become freed from the abuse that I believe they are still experiencing. I can go more in depth on my story, but it isn't about me. Violent abusers are being lauded as public figures and gifted fortunes and power. And while my past remains secret, whether or not anyone will ever verify it, I cannot feel at peace with myself. I'll answer questions anyone may have if anyone pays attention to this. And thank you for watching and listening.
Anya claims that she experienced a cult-like abuse, claiming from what she went through, she believes Justin is a victim too. Now, like I said earlier, I don't know if Anya is telling the truth or not. I can't really confirm her identity or her accusations, but if she was really born into this, her identity could have been erased or kept secret. I know there are many victims running around out there who are scared to speak out. Some of them have even been silenced and not allowed to speak out. As crazy as her story might sound, just think about how crazy the Epstein situation is. The most powerful people in the world were directly connected to the most disturbing man in the world, all participating in some disturbing activity on a private island. As far-fetched as Anya's story is, she just might be telling the truth, but at the same time, she could just be another person clout chasing on the internet. Honestly, as of right now, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm gonna keep looking into her to try to find out. I wanna know what you guys think below. Do you think she's telling the truth? Or is she out here just looking for attention? Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I wanna thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.